What is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 reporting in with another Legion list build, this time for the Rebels. I know, change. Okay, so with this one, let's go ahead and start with just Cassian. I mean, again, Cassian is pretty versatile. He's got the loadout, so you can kind of swap out any of his upgrades. Marksman, tactile 1, where he can just gain an aim as he moves. And then Danger Sense 3, and he can infiltrate with covert ops and become an operative. 2 red for melee, and we're going to give him his gun config because definitely it's worth 10 points. Now, I usually keep him going in, and he will kind of work well with K2, who I will go ahead and put with him. K2 has Calculate the Odds, which is an action to give a friendly trooper unit at range 1 in a line of sight an aim and a dodge and a suppression. Also, he has got Armor 1, Incognito, so he can't be attacked by enemy units beyond range 1 unless he's performed an attack or used an objective card action during the game. And then he has Teamwork with Cassian, just like Chewbacca has Teamwork with Han Solo. So we're going to go ahead and add him as well. So usually I kind of like to keep them together the best I can, but it just kind of depends. Now, Cassian, I usually take Hunter because anytime I can get in aim with him, it's super, super helpful. And then I usually also go with situational awareness because I want him to be kind of tanky. Now, you don't have to do situational awareness. I do that because of the dodge that he'll get from K2. But that's just kind of up to you. K2, you can equip Jin's blaster, but I don't know if we're going to do that right now, so we're just going to wait. I think because of Cassian's command cards, you can bring him and pair him up with other either special forces or operative units. And I think taking Sabine is a wonderful, wonderful idea to take with Cassian because Cassian will allow, with his command cards, I think it's his second one, his 2-pip will allow Indomitable to any commander or operative unit. It'll gain Indomitable, it'll gain an aim and a dodge for each wound that it has up to 3. And then Sabine will have Symbol of the Rebellion, which I'll take with her. That way she can get a recovery. And then Volunteer Mission will also allow any commander, operative, or special forces unit to recover when you give that person an order token. And then it's kind of with hers, whenever Sabine Wren issues an order to a commander, operative, or special unit forces as well, she gains either an aim or a dodge. So you're really going to want either operatives, commanders, and or special forces all the time with these 2 guys. But since they're both operatives, I think they'll work super well together. So I'm going to give them both that, give them both the Last Stand and Sabine's 2-pip, as well as Explosions and Crack Shot. Now Sabine will get recovers and 2 recovers, and she'll gain Indomitable in 1 instance, so she'll be able to take off suppression because I'm going to give her the Darksaber because she's going to be great in melee. Now for her her gear slots, I'm going to bring Electro Grappling Line because you never know when that could be helpful because it's just an action to choose an enemy trooper at range 1 in the line of sight, and it gains 2 immobilized and 2 suppression tokens. It doesn't say that if you're in melee, you can't use it or anything like that because it's not an attack action. So it's an action you can take probably while you are engaged in something. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But I think that would be super helpful to have. And then also giving her shield. Where is it? Where's her shield? Boom, personal combat shield. And then for her training slot, since she's going to be able to recover twice and have Indomitable, so 3 turns out of the 6, she'll be able to really kind of roll off suppression. We don't need that endurance card upgrade because the Darksaber is going to give you Dauntless. So after you rally, if you're still suppressed but not panicked, you can gain another suppression to perform a free action. So with 2 recovery cards and Indomitable in another card, you're going to be able to truly roll off a ton of suppression from her, which would be awesome. And then, so you don't need that. You can choose seize the initiative, just in case. And that's probably what I would choose. You don't have to, though. You can choose tenacity as well, because if I'm planning on getting close with her, so tenacity would be awesome. And for the most part, besides crack shot, she's gonna be getting a command pretty much every single turn. Cassian can give out another one on that one, and then she's giving it out there. She'll probably be getting it there, so she probably won't need seize the initiative. So I would probably attach tenacity as another way of giving her something. Now for special forces, those are also important at the moment. I want to go with Mandalorian Resistance with Clan Wren because we're taking Sabine. This would be awesome. Now they're going to be kind of expensive, but they're well worth it. And then I usually give them situational awareness to continue making them pretty cheap. And then I'm going to give them their jetpack rockets unless we run out of space and or well, points, I mean, to give them something else or give other people something else if it doesn't work. That's usually what I'll give them. That's the most extent. And then we're going to need some core units. So for this one, I'm feeling like Cassian, K2, and Sabine and Clan Wren are going to be moving big time. So I'm going to want some Rebel veterans and the Mark II blaster because they can kind of hold back some stuff. And then we'll give them, let's see, we'll go ahead and just do this and double them. Let's give one of them a medical droid just for now. That's giving us 8 activations and 642 points altogether so far. Now, if we wanted, we probably could do some tauntauns, but that's going to limit a lot. And you could do the ATRT, which is only 75 points usually whenever you give it as well. One of the equipable upgrades, probably the ATRT rotary blaster is the one I usually give it, which is 20 points. So that's why it makes it 75. So, ooh, you could do 10 activations with 2 rotary blaster ATRTs, rebel veterans. One of them could have a, let's see, Hunter. You can probably give him offensive push if you wanted. So if you wanted to give Cassian Andor offensive push instead of Hunter, since he's going to be able to recover at least once, you could do that to kind of save points and keep what you have. So you have 10 activations. You have Cassian, K2, Sabine, Clan Wren, 2 pretty much almost naked rebel veterans. One just has a medical droid. The other one just has a rebel veteran. 2 Mark II blasters, and then 2 ATRTs with the rotary blaster. Now, if you wanted to give one of the ATRTs something different, kind of like the ATRT laser cannon, that would be pretty awesome. Or the flamethrower if you're planning on getting in real close. But if you want to kind of save some points, you could probably go with the ATRT laser cannon. Because there's sometimes going to be armor at least and or CIS around. So it wouldn't be too bad to have at least one of those. And because it's just a crit, the rotary blaster I feel like is definitely well worth it. And then if that's the case, you can probably switch back Cassian Andor to Hunter instead of offensive push, still giving you 9 more points. And then you could, let's see, you could probably give, actually, if you wanted, you could give it back Cassian the offensive push and then give K2 the blaster just in case, because sometimes that blaster does come in handy. But you've got some pretty good units. K2 has 4 melee, 4 red dice in melee, which is phenomenal. Sabine's going to be rolling, what, 5, maybe 6, because you can add a red over here, so possibly 6 dice in melee. Clan Wren is going to have possibly 6 in melee if you can keep them all alive. But they're going to be kind of more ranged anyway. So you probably won't be using too much of that. The rebel veterans mostly are just kind of stay behind, kind of keep back objectives going and or help out with healing any of the main guys. If you really wanted to, instead of the rebel veteran here, you could choose to have the astromech droid, and to give assistance to the ATRTs, which would be awesome because I mean you have armor in the list, so that's pretty great. And then they could probably kind of protect half the board or so with the Mark IIs, and then fire supporting with the Mark IIs into either some other things. Let's see. I was trying to think. With range 1 to 3. So if you had the medium blasters or the Mark II blasters kind of up a little, and then you used the Clan Wren's jetpack rockets, you could probably, I mean, you wouldn't need to do that because you're going to be getting some crits anyway. But yeah, in order to get some, crits, you could probably roll those Mark IIs with, I don't know, anyone. They usually surge. Besides Cassian, K2 surges to crit, I think. Yep. Sabine surges to crit, I think. Yep. Clan Wren surges to hit, so that's not the worst. And then Rebel Veteran surge to hit. Mark II surges to hit, and then ATRTs surge to crit. So it's kind of up to you if you wanted to fire support into anything. So that's 10 activations. I feel like that's pretty decent. With their command cards, we've taken only Sabine and Cassian's. The objectives that you could win at definitely is breakthrough, because you've got speed 3 for Sabine and Clan Wren, and then K2 is unable to be shot beyond range 1, so you're going to be able to walk him thoroughly across the board without getting shot. Intercept the transmissions. You can hop Sabine in and kind of shoot, and then she can move pretty fast. I think she's got gunslinger, so intercept the transmissions. You can probably take out quite a few at the same time. And then with that, you could also use maybe Clan Wren and Sabine to take the back objective and have them kind of worry about that. Well, maybe you use the ATRTs to take the middle objective with K2 and Cassian, while you're leaving the Mark IIs and the Rebel Veterans in the back or so, or, changing them up to bring, the medical droid with ATRTs and astromech. Oh, sorry, the astromech with ATRTs and the medical droid with probably Sabine, because she's going to be a good, melee hitter. Key positions is good. Like I said, you can use Sabine and Clan Wren to get into the back. Usually, I feel like that messes up a lot of people, is going after the back objective as fast as possible. That's opposite of what you would normally go to, but that you can really only do with like 9, I would say 10 activations, because it's giving you at least enough activations to do stuff. And since most of these activations are pretty hefty, you don't just have like a sniper unit that's going to take 2 hits or so. You've got the 2 ATRTs, the Mark II 4 wounds. The Rebel Veterans are going to have 5 because of the astromech and medical droid. The Clan Wren's going to have 6 wounds. Sabine has 6 wounds. K2 has 6 wounds, I think. 5, sorry. And then Cassian has, I think, 6. Yeah. So you've got some pretty hefty people here. So yeah, get into the back with key positions. Recover the supplies. You could use infiltrate with Cassian and K2. That would be awesome. And then sabotage the moisture evaporators would be pretty good, because you can get Sabine and everyone back there. Hostage exchange, obviously you could go with the medical droid, Rebel Veterans, so that way you can keep healing just in case. Bombing run, you've got Clan Wren and Sabine, and like I said, K2. So those could be your 2 speed 3s, and then an incognito guy, and then payload. Yeah, you're looking at a really good win. So if you like this list, guys, please let me know, share, subscribe, and like this video. But yeah, I'll be here for another Rebel list in just a minute. But you guys stay sharp, and I will see you guys again later.